Our manual leather splitter and skiving benchtop machine comes with everything you see here, a couple of spare parts, 4 holes, keep it secured to your bench. You absolutely need this secured. I have it clamped down at the moment on the back side. So to begin to skive, the leather must be a minimum of 6 ounces and a maximum of 14 ounces. The machine will skive down to a weight of 3 ounces, and typically heavier or veg leathers, you can't pull anything too soft through here. The 2 screws on the top here adjust the height of the blade. So most of the time you may be level skiving where you're skiving the same, you're pulling through same weight skive, but you can lap skive. So you can adjust the knobs and you can bring this one, say, higher. So as you're pulling through, you're actually what's called lap skiving, where you're taking a little bit more off the edge here and you're tapering up to the thicker weight on the other side. There are etchings here in millimeters. You can't see it, but they're right here behind the knobs, and that helps you get an accurate size. The lever. So this raises and adjusts the bar here. So when you're pulling in the leather, get it to your location, push it in. This is going to help lock in the leather, so you're going to be able to pull through with 2 hands. So finally, I want to just talk a little bit about the blades. So these blades are hand sharpened by what's called hollow grinding, making the blades razor sharp. Then they're heat treated to what's called a Rockwell hardness of 58 to 62. So that's going to ensure that you can use this thing for a long, long time before it gets too dull. Without further ado, let me show you the machine. So here we have, this is probably a 12-ounce piece of stiff traditional harness Wicked and Craig. So let's start here. So you lock it in and then 2 sides. I'm going slow there. So this thing is razor sharp, as I mentioned. So let's see. So show you. So this is about 10¼ ounce. And on this edge here, 8½ on the nose. The other side, 8½ on the nose. So that is what's called a level skive. Let's do a few more. Let's do a long one. So this is an 8 ounce. I just measured that earlier. So I'm going to pull this open here. You need a little bit to pull. Now, if you want to do the whole thing, a recommended tip is if you want to start, say, here, pair of pliers to start the pull. So you'll pull it, put in the needle nose pliers and pull through until you can grab your hands on it. So. That's pretty buttery coming through there. Okay, so a belt, and let's say you wanted to skive the edge here. Now I'm going to flip this over so you got the flesh side up. Come down on it, little pressure. So now you've got an easier, much easier turnover here. So that is pretty useful. All right, let's test and let's take a little bit more off. So we're going to release these knobs a bit and bring the bar here closer to the blade. So I'm adjusted these, make sure that's secure. There's a little test piece. Oh yeah. All right, so let's take a little more off. So I'm going to open this up a hair more. Let's try the other side here. Oh, see, that didn't lock. Let me show you something here I forgot to mention earlier. So you've got a knob here. This is securing the this bottom bar here in place. So right now it's loose. So when you're pushing it up and into position, if you twist this, this keeps this bar secure. Right. So we took about 1 millimeter off. Let's loosen that up. I'm going to bring it up a little higher. Yeah, there we go. So you can do multiple skives here too. So I took another millimeter or 0.5 millimeter off. Let's run one more. Let's run a big 1.5 inch. It's about a 10-12 piece of leather. Up under the bar. Okay. So we just took this down from an 11 or a 10 3/4, and we just shaved off about 4 ounces there. So that is our tabletop skiving tool and how you use and set it up.